Prince Harry has just achieved a monumental victory against Rupert Murdoch's media empire, News Group Newspapers, NGN, after securing an apology and a substantial financial settlement over allegations of unlawful information gathering. The Duke of Sussex's long-running legal battle, which had been scheduled to go to trial this week, ended unexpectedly with a dramatic resolution, highlighting the deep-rooted issues of privacy violations and unethical practices within the British tabloid industry. Harry's case against NGN, which publishes The Sun and the now-defunct News of the World, stemmed from claims that journalists and private investigators working for the publications had spied on him and his family between 1996 and 2011. The case, which had been brewing for years, reached a significant turning point in court when NGN issued an apology for its intrusive actions and agreed to pay what is believed to be a multi-million-pound settlement, including damages and legal costs. The settlement and apology. The settlement came as a surprise to many, as it was announced just as the trial was set to begin. Harry, who had been fighting the case for several years, received an apology from the tabloid group for the distress caused by their actions. David Sherborne, Harry's lawyer, read a statement to the London High Court saying, "News UK offers a full and unequivocal apology to the Duke of Sussex for the serious intrusion by The Sun between 1996 and 2011 into his private life, including incidents of unlawful activities carried out by private investigators working for The Sun." In addition to the apology, NGN admitted to engaging in unlawful activities during the period, including phone hacking, surveillance, and the misuse of private information. The statement also extended its apology to Harry's late mother, Princess Diana, acknowledging the distress caused to her by the press intrusion and the lasting impact it had on their family. It is reported that the settlement involved an 8-figure sum, which is believed to cover both damages and legal fees. Harry's legal team confirmed to CNN that the settlement was in the range of 8 figures, making this a major financial win for the Duke. The tabloid group's decision to settle also marked a rare acknowledgement of its wrongdoing in the face of mounting legal pressure. The case against News Group Newspapers. The lawsuit filed by Harry was part of a broader wave of legal actions targeting British media outlets for unlawful practices during the height of the phone hacking scandal. The allegations against NGN were severe, with claims that journalists and private investigators had resorted to illegal methods to gather personal information on public figures. These practices included the hacking of voicemail messages, unauthorized surveillance, and other methods of intrusion into private lives. Harry's legal team argued that these practices were not just an isolated series of events, but part of a broader systemic pattern of unethical behavior within Murdoch's UK publications. The claim included accusations that Harry's phone was hacked, and private conversations and information about him and his family were obtained without their consent. The legal battle ultimately led to a recognition that NGN's publications had used illegal methods to invade the privacy of many individuals, including not just Harry, but a host of other high-profile public figures. David Sherborne, in his statement, on behalf of Harry and his co-claimant Tom Watson, a former Labour Party deputy leader, made it clear that this was a significant victory for victims of press intrusion. "This is a monumental victory," Sherborne said. After endless resistance, denials, and legal battles by News Group newspapers, including spending more than £1 billion in payouts and legal costs, as well as paying off those in the know to prevent the full picture from coming out, News UK is finally being held to account for its illegal actions. Harry's co-claimant, Tom Watson. Tom Watson, who joined Harry as a co-claimant in the case, had his own compelling reasons to pursue legal action against Murdoch's media empire. Watson was one of the leading figures in the investigation into the phone hacking scandal, which culminated in the closure of News of the World in 2011. During his investigation, Watson became a target of the same unlawful surveillance and hacking tactics employed by Murdoch's publications. Watson's involvement in the case shed light on the scale of the intrusion, with his legal team claiming that the hacking was not an isolated incident, but was part of a much larger, systematic effort by Murdoch's newspapers to gather dirt on high-profile individuals. Watson expressed his gratitude to Harry for his bravery in pursuing justice, stating that his efforts would not only benefit him, but would also expose a deeply troubling culture within the British media. These unlawful practices were not isolated incidents, Watson said. They were industrial in scale. Both Watson and Harry have called for further investigation into these practices, including calls for the police to re-examine the evidence of perjury and cover-ups during the years of legal proceedings. Sherborne emphasized that the fight for accountability was far from over. It is clear now that this has occurred throughout this process, including through sworn evidence, in inquiries and court hearings, in testimony to Parliament, and until today's final collapse of news groups' II defense. Today, the lies are laid bare. Today, the cover-ups are exposed. And today proves that no one stands above the law. A call for further action. Following the settlement, both Harry and Watson's legal teams have urged the police and Parliament to investigate not only the unlawful activities that NGN has now admitted to, but also the broader context of the cover-ups that allowed such activities to continue unchecked for so many years. Sherborne called on authorities to take further action, saying, "The rule of law must now run its full course." While the Metropolitan Police have stated that they have not received any direct information from Watson's legal team regarding the case, they have acknowledged the settlement's outcome. They also confirmed that there are currently no active police investigations into the matter, but they are prepared to respond should further information be provided. Outside the courtroom, Watson was clear about the scale of the wrongdoings. "What we've seen here is not an isolated case," Watson said. "This is a much larger issue involving systemic practices that affected not just me, but many other individuals." He also called on Rupert Murdoch himself to personally apologize to Harry, his family, and other victims of the media's unlawful activities. Emma Jones, a director at Hacked, a UK press accountability organization, also joined the call for further investigation. She described the settlement as a humiliating climb down for NGN and demanded further accountability from the press. Jones emphasized that it had taken someone like Prince Harry to bring these issues to light. "It is now clear that the public and Parliament were lied to by the newspaper and its publisher," she said. "It's time for justice." The wider implications for the media industry. This legal victory for Prince Harry and Tom Watson is significant not only because of the personal vindication for the two claimants, but also for the broader implications it holds for press accountability. The phone hacking scandal that began over a decade ago has rocked the media industry, with several high-profile legal battles and settlements costing Murdoch's media group billions of pounds. As Hackedoff's Emma Jones pointed out, the settlement could set a precedent for further legal action against other tabloid publishers that have engaged in similar unethical practices. The public's increasing awareness of these media malpractices, especially in light of Harry's case, has the potential to shift the dynamic between the press, the public, and the powerful individuals who have long been targeted by tabloids. Harry has long been outspoken about the role of the media in his life, especially regarding the tragic death of his mother, Princess Diana. In his memoir, Spare, Harry revealed how the relentless pursuit of media attention played a part in the circumstances surrounding Diana's fatal car crash in 1997. Since then, Harry has continued to challenge the press on issues of ethics, privacy, and the need for greater accountability. This latest legal victory, however, could be the most significant step yet in his efforts to reform the British tabloid industry. Harry's ongoing legal battles. Although this case is now resolved, Harry's fight with the media is far from over. In 2023, he won another case against Mirror Group newspapers, securing $140,600 in damages after the court found he had been a victim of phone hacking between 2006 and 2011. He is also currently engaged in ongoing legal battles with Associated Newspapers, the publisher of the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday, over similar allegations of unlawful information gathering. Prince Harry's pursuit of justice for himself and others who have been wronged by the media is unlikely to stop anytime soon. His efforts to hold Murdoch's empire accountable are part of a larger quest to ensure that the press is held to a higher standard of accountability and that powerful individuals are not allowed to operate with impunity. Conclusion: a turning point for the British media? This latest victory for Prince Harry in his legal battle against Rupert Murdoch's media empire marks a turning point in the ongoing fight for press accountability in the UK. For too long, powerful media organizations have been able to operate with minimal oversight, engaging in illegal and unethical practices to gather information about individuals. But now, with Harry and Watson's legal victories, it seems that the tide is turning. The question now is whether this will lead to a broader reckoning within the media industry or whether powerful corporations like Murdoch's will continue to evade meaningful consequences for their actions. One thing is clear: Harry is determined to continue his fight for justice, and the public's growing awareness of these issues could pave the way for